Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of ExcelR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a light classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. ExcelR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person. He explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
Will not from the course.
For me, so if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
Good evening all. I hope you all doing well.
Hello, Sushmita. Can we start the session? Or
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can start.
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, everyone. So, welcome back to Salesforce, and apologies for yesterday's emergency situation, actually. And thank you very much for connecting back to the Salesforce for today. Sushmita, can you start recording, please, so that I can start the session?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. All right. So in today's session, let me review back whatever the things we learned. Okay? So far in the configurations, we learned how to create an application, how to create a tab, how to create an SO object, how to create the fields with the different data types, and how to create the relationships like lookup on master detail, roll-up summary, many to many, and by default, the Salesforce is giving hierarchical relationship, everything and all. right? So we have learned all these things related to the fields, creations, everything and all. And we learn how to create a list view, how to create a page layout for the standard view of Salesforce. We know how to create the record type for filtering the data as per the user UI interaction, everything and all, right? So these are almost we covered 19% we covered everything on last year. And the last part of the configuration here, it is something like here. Let us say I'm a user. I would like to create a record over Salesforce. Okay, I select a record type. I'm entering data. Let us say something like Shine. Okay, gender is male. Blood group is AB positive. Date of birth is somewhere kind of a dummy data. Okay, I have selected the doctor also. I have entered the address also. Let us say something like Vizag, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, state I select as Andhra Pradesh. I'm going to select Vishakhapatnam here. I'm not entering, even though the contact number is a mandatory here. If I click on save here, it is contact number. Why it is supposed to do here? Okay, it is kind of a validation. Why? Because do you think that the data is already saved? No, it is going to save the data into the database. So the contact number for the Shine here, even though we have not written any kind of a validation at the backend of the application, if I hit on the button called save, it is throwing an error called, okay, so review the following fields. If I click on contact number, so it is saying something like a contact number is mandatory. But have you written any kind of rules for following whether we need to provide the contact number as a mandatory deal? No, it is not. While creating the field itself, we have a checkbox over there called required field. Yes or no? There is a checkbox called required field. Do you want to make this field as a required or not? Yes, we made it as a required, kind of a mandatory thing. So unless until if you provide the data only, we can. For example, in India, so generally we used to have the phone numbers is up to 10 digit only. Am I right? But I'm saying one here and save it. But unfortunately, the Salesforce is taking the data here. Even though the field is a mandatory, let me edit it. Let me edit one more time. But it is taking only 1 digit of data. Even if you enter something like 12 digit also, it will take more than 10 digits. It will take. So how are you going to rectify this? How are you going to validate the data in Salesforce? So primarily in Salesforce, we have the concept called validation rules. What do you call it? We'll call it as validation rules. So what is validation rule is doing here? It is validating the data, or else it is checking the data whether the data is correct or incorrect. So what is the meaning of correct and incorrect to the system? Here the system is Salesforce here. So what is the meaning of correcting the data? Here, the validation rules, the return value, it's going to be in the form of Boolean functionality. What is Boolean? Boolean will have the two values only, either true or false. If the data is true, okay, allow it into the Salesforce database. Am I clear? If the data is true, okay, allow into the Salesforce database. If the data is false here, don't allow. Okay, so don't allow the data into the Salesforce database. Am I clear? So that's all. So that is what the functionality of the validation rules here. So validation rules are taking care of the validating or the checking the data, whether the data is true or false. If the data is true, okay, allow and save it into the database. If the data is false according to the field, then do not allow the data. First correct it and save the data. Am I clear? So that is what validation rules are doing. But in Salesforce, there are two types of validation rules. One is standard, or else we'll call it as, some people will call it as standard, some people will call it a system validation rules. And second one is custom validation rules. So what is the meaning of standard or system validation rules? These rules have been predefined. What are those? You're making a field is a required. That is a standard validation. That is a standard validation. The width of the characters, or else the length of the characters. It's a standard validation. Let's go back to Salesforce and let me show you this. If you don't understand it, okay? So let me go to the setup. You go to any SO object, but okay, as of now, I'm going to the custom SO object, patient. Let me try to create a new field. If I select the data type called text here, just click on next here. It is asking me the length of it here. So which means that, for example, name of the patient. Let me take something like a name of the patient. If I take the field name called name of the patient, how many characters you want to be display or take? So please enter the maximum length for the text to be, the field to below it. So it is restricting here. Not only for text here. If I select something like a currency, I hope currency also one, I think, yeah. If I select something like, okay, so patient's fee. So for patient's fee and all. So what is the maximum length you want to take your for your hospital? What is the maximum length of your fees? Kind of in terms of tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, lakhs, crores. So what is the maximum length of it? So here it is saying clearly, for example, number with a length of 8 and 2 decimal places can be acceptable values like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dot 90 something kind of decimal values. So by default, these are, we'll call it as system validation rules or standard validation rules. Even if I go to the phone and all, I think phone doesn't have it. But if you go to the pick list, also same thing. Kind of pick list and multi-select pick list and all, there is a limit for it. So those are all will comes under. I can say differently here. So width, I can take it as one value, and length also I'll take it as a one value. All right. Then what is another one? Data type. Even data type is kind of a validation, standard validation only. If I select, let's go back to Salesforce. If I select something like a text here, so if I select something like a currency or any kind of a number here, whether it allow the only, it will allow only the numbers only. If I type by mistake, if I type something like alphabets with the number and all, alphanumeric values and all, will it be acceptable? It is not. Anyway, text will allow it, right? At the same time, pick list means we can't enter any manual values. Whatever the values present in the drop down only, the list of values, we can select it. So data type also one of the standard validation of Salesforce. Are we clear, everyone? So required, width, length, data type, all these are the standard or system validations which are provided by the Salesforce itself. Remember always. Why? Because these type of questions you will be facing over there in the Salesforce certification, entry point of view, in your real-time projects also, as well as each and everything is very, very, very important here. Okay. We have standard system validations. But if I enter, for example, if I take something like a phone number here, whatever the value, if I enter also, it is taking the value. By using standard validations, can we connect this? We can't do that. Then how are you going to achieve this kind of validations? Are you going to write something like a programming for this? Of course, we can achieve that, but coding is, that's what Salesforce here. Salesforce is something like here. If you got any scenario, okay, you are a background of with we have a good background of Salesforce background of development here. Am I clear? But if I directly go, no, I don't know any Salesforce administration, something under directly go for programming under. No, that is not a good practice here. Whatever the Salesforce features given by Salesforce here, first you need to achieve it. Just give me a minute, please. Am I clear? So this kind of categories and all comes under the part of this kind of scenarios comes under the part of custom validation rules. So custom validation rules can be implemented as per the client requirement. As per the client requirement. Like scenarios which we can't achieve with the system validation rules or standard validation rules. So we can go into achieve with the custom validation rules and all. Very clear. Perfect. Let us say, let's go with the scenario for achieving this one. I have a scenario, right? I want to validate the contact number of exactly 10 digits. Oh. So that's what custom validation is. So let's achieve this scenario. It's not a simple scenario. It's a real-time scenario. How are you going to achieve, or how are you going to check for, how are you going to validate whether the contact number entered by the user is 10-digit or not? How? Okay. So for that, as of now, this is for the scenario. Like whatever the value you enter, it might be a 10 digit, it might be more than 10 digits, it might be less than 10 digit and all. It will accept, the Salesforce is accepting data and all. But we need to validate. Why? Because data is mandatory for every business. If the data is not validated, then there is no use of this data and all. So for that, by default in Salesforce, we need to validate. That is a primary point for the Salesforce, I mean, for the software and all. So as a developer, as an administrator, if you're not validating the data, if you're not providing such kind of an application, then that application is a failure in the market itself. So in that case here, how are you going to validate data without writing any kind of a code here? That is what primary thing. So that's what we are going to learn here. So for that, we have a technical feature called validation rules. So in which SOP, again, all the technical features you can find over there in the SOP only. So where you're going to implement the validation rule. So you're going to validate your rule over there in the patient SOP. So for that, just go to the setup, go to the object manager. So where you want to implement your validation, whatever the SO object, it works against the SO object. So I would like to implement the validation rule, right, on the patient SO object. So go there. You will have this slide, right? Just at the bottom, you can find out the validation rules. Just click on that. So far we don't have any validation rule. Just click on new here. Okay, so rule name, it is asking rule name. Okay. Validating contact or sorry, let me put this telephone. Validating telephone number. Patient's telephone number. Okay. So it should be active unless until if this feature is not active, so you can't, it won't work. Am I clear? So that particular rule should be active. That particular rule should be active. Clear? So error condition. So display an error. Okay, this is an example for it. If this formula expression is true, display the text defined in the error message area. So this is what error message. So let me write the error message first. Okay, so I'm giving an error text message. Like what is the meaning of error text message here? If I click on save here, it is giving a text message, right? Complete this field, complete this field, complete this field, complete this field. So these are the error messages. Given by whom? Have you written any kind of complete this field kind of a validation? No, by default, Salesforce is projecting all this message here. That is going to display on the pop-up here. But likewise, I'm going to provide a error message. So let me say, please enter valid 10 digit telephone number. So where you want to display it? You want to display on the top of here it is on the top of this pop-up, or you want to display next to the field itself. Like this, you want to display your error message on the top of this pop-up or to the next to the field itself. Where you want to do that? Where you want to display your error message? Yes, so for that, So Salesforce has given two options over there. Okay, Salesforce has given two options over there. One is top of the page or to the field. Again, if you select the field, this please enter valid 10-digit telephone number. This is a error message to which field? Yes, to the contact number. So whenever the user is not properly entered by the 10-digit telephone number, you need to display this please enter valid 10-digit telephone number error message next to the contact number field. Are we clear? Fine. So we have entered the rule name. We have entered nothing. Okay. We have entered the error message. We have selected the location of the error message to be displayed. Perfect. Now, is it looks like a same like a formula page? Yes, you're right. It's exactly looks like your formula page only. But here, this is the page meant for validation also, where we need to write the logic for validating the telephone number of a 10-digit number. But here we know only one thing called the field called contact number. Perfect. Can I directly go to something like, okay, the contact number should be 10, so equal to 10. But we know it very well while dealing with the formula also. Whatever the logic we have written over here, right? Written over here, we need to check whether this logic is correct or not. Then how are you going to validate? Yes, we have a check syntax for it. Just click on check syntax. Whether we are getting the positive response or not. No, it is not. It is throwing an error. Incorrect parameter type of the operator equals to expected text and receive num here. So what is the meaning of it? The data type we have selected for the contact number, even though the data type is phone here, the system will understand it is taking as the value called text only. So this is something like an operator, equal to operator. For equal to operator in the left hand side, there are two signs for equal to, right? In the left hand side, the data type is here what? Here it is phone. But in system point of view, that is equals to text only, but we will call it a string anyway. For understanding purpose, we will go with the text. But for right hand side of the equal to, what you have entered? You have entered something like a 10, which is a number. Which is a number. So left hand side is text here, right hand side is something like a number. So now we know that, right? From childhood onwards, we know only one formula for keep on. LHS equal to RHS to be proved. Am I right? Left hand side equals to right hand side, hence proved, right? But likewise, in the left hand side, you can find out a text here. The data type is text or a phone here. In the right hand side is a number, which is something like a left hand side is not equal to the right hand side. So that is the reason it is saying something like expected is text here, but we have received in the right hand side is number. So then we need to convert this right hand side to a text here. Okay, right hand from the number, we need to convert that to a text, or else we need to convert this number of characters to a number. The contact number, whatever the contact number we are entering in the telephone, right? Let's say something like a 934567, right? Something. So it is taking as a text here, but we need to convert the text to a number of characters. So the return value, it is going to be a number. So which one we need to try? So that is the most possibility as a developer and administrator. So that is what we need to understand here. Are we clear? So in the right hand side, what is our scenario? we need to check this whether the phone number is exactly 10 number or not entered by the user. That is what our aim. That is what the challenge here. So in the right hand side, we can't change it. Why? Because we don't want to convert that number to a text here. So that is a wrong. So in the left hand side, whatever the characters you have entered in the contact number, so we need to convert that into the number of characters here. So for that again, we need to check whether do we have any function related to converting the text to the number of characters. That is what we need to check. Yes. How do you know? Again, we need to go through all the functions here. But anyway, there is a filter condition here. Filter functions over here. I hope the scenario is related to the mathematical, right? So if I go click on the math, ABS, absolute number, return the absolute value number, but it is not number, right? It is a text here. This contact number is text only, even though the data type we select as a phone only, but in system point of view, that is text only. Even though if it is a quick list in Salesforce, sorry, the system point of view, server point of view, that is a text only. Am I clear? So, A sign, A tan, choose, ceiling, cause, okay, zero location. LN means return of natural logarithm functions. We don't find it, but why? Because the filter condition is wrong here. We should go for the text. We need to convert the text to the number, right? So or pad means what? Padding the right hand side value with the spaces. So hope this is not text here. Converts a value to the text using a standard display format. Shall we trim? Trim is also not. Trim means removes the spaces. Upper value something. Okay. So we have a function called len here. Returns the number of characters in a text string. If I use this function call, len, kind of length of the characters returning, then that is going to be equal to the 10 here. If user entered something like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the phone number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the len function will return, okay, 5 characters, return the number called 5. So it will check 5 equal to 10. Okay, it is not. So this is how the function len will work. If you enter the contact number is something like 9392145 something and all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this len function will return 8 number of characters is 8. So it will check 8 equal to 10, whether it is correct or not. No, it is not. If you enter something like 10 digit here, okay, so 10 equal to 10, perfectly matched. Okay, let's allow this data into the Salesforce. Remaining, it is not. This is how the function len works. Are we clear? Perfect. But I need to check the syntax whether it's working on. So far, no syntax errors. But we need to check whether this logic will work or not. So far, it is something like 10 equal to 10. Okay, true only, it will work. Okay, but remember the scenario. Okay, we need to check the exact 10 digit. If it is less than 10 digit or more than 10 digit, it should throw an error. Remember, whether this logic works or not, it's a pitiful doubtly here, right? Even though no syntax errors, if it is something like a no syntax errors, above, we are very happy. Wow, no syntax, this function, this logic will work perfectly in Salesforce. But we need to test it for each and everything. Got it? So that's what we are Salesforce developers, and I'm sorry, the validation room can contain the alphanumeric characters. Something wrong here. It's okay. Okay. I think I have used the special character, so that is the reason. Right, so again, let me reload the page. Okay, so let me go with something like a pages 1000. Okay, so render as male or negative Ambarish. Let me enter the addresses. Okay. On the Salai. Click it on save. See, earlier, again, it is standard validation. Can I go with one here? Oh my God, we have entered validation, right? We have already created a validation. The length of characters 1 equal to 10 is supposed to work, right? Then why it is not working? If 1 equal to 10 here, it's supposed to display the message called please enter a valid 10-digit telephone number, but unfortunately it is not doing. Oh my God. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me enter more than 10 digits. Again, at least if it is less than 10 digit, it is not working. Let's try with the another input. Oh my God. Again, the same. If I enter less than 10 digit, it is not throwing an error. If it is more than 10 digit, it is not throwing an error. What if I enter the exact 10 digit? See, now we are getting the error message. It is now if I enter 10 digit here exactly. If I enter the 10 digit, exact 10 digit here. So it is throwing an error. Unfortunately, this is what happening here. So understand here. We are checking the validation, not exactly for 10 digit here. We need to go with something like less than and greater than, which is not equal to opposite of it. Less than or greater than, which means that not equal to. If the data is not equal to 10, for example here, let me make you understand in an opposite manner. If this formula expression is true, okay, so then only the validation, for example. If 1 equal to 1 not equal to 1 not equal to 10, then throw the error. If 11 is not equal to 10, then throw this error. If 10 equal to 10, then you don't require the error. So that is what validation. When the expression is true, okay, so 1 is not equal to 10, then you're supposed to throw the error, right? So that's what validation in opposite manner here. Opposite of the logic we need to think here. Am I clear? Okay, so let me check the syntaxes once again. So no errors found here. Let me save it. Let me go back. And if I try to push, see, now it is throwing an error. Now it is throwing an error. I'll enter only 1, 1, 1, 1. It is throwing an error. What if I enter the exact 10 digits? See, now it is. If you want to check, let me go to the, okay, let me go with Sumiti record here. Okay, so by default, this is the contact number. If I try to save it, please enter the valid 10-digit telephone number. If I enter more than that, if I try to save it, again the same issue, same it is throwing. Please enter valid 10-digit code. What if I enter the exact 10 digits here and save it? So now it is working. Got it? So that is how the validation works. I'll give a good scenario, so which is implemented in the project called GK. Okay, so the scenario is that so generally in India, this is what something this is kind of implemented one actually. Okay, so the user take it as a challenge and complete it. Okay, if you want, I can give you the hints also. The user will enter the telephone which should be validated. Let me put it like this. I'll go directly. Validate the telephone numbers which starts with in India, generally the telephone numbers, the mobile numbers. Okay, let me go with mobile only. The mobile numbers which starts with the 9 or 8 or 7. Currently it's going to be 6 also. All right. So apart from that, you should throw an error. Okay. Otherwise, it should throw. Apart from that, you should throw an error that in India, okay, please enter mobile numbers which starts with 9, 8, 7, 6. So this is what your homework, your challenge. For that, you should, I'll give the hint. I'll give the hint. Okay, so don't worry. The hint is that you should use the function called regex. Regex stands for regular expression. Don't copy from the Google. First, you try it. What is the syntax of regex? And try the syntax as per it in the Salesforce and check it out. There is a common pattern of the syntax for the regex. You try that first. Later, if you still doubt, we can discuss about that. Even I can share the output by tomorrow also, no problem. But you try it. You try it. What is regex and how we can use the regex in the validation as well as validation. Again, regex is a function. Anywhere you can use it in formulas and validation also. Am I clear? That's fantastic. Clear? Fine. So up to this, we have covered many more things over there in the Salesforce configuration, which is not included in your curriculum. But anyway, I would like to give all the things actually. Why? Because this is a development program, right? So you need to understand each and everything. So this is going to be the End of your configuration. Clear? Now today, we will start with the second module. So today's agenda is something like we are going to learn with the validation rules as well as the second module called, what is that second module? That is CRM. What is CRM stands for? Customer Relationship Management. Okay, so we have a PPT reloading this actually. Just give me a minute. Let me share it. Just a minute. Just a moment, please. All right, all right. I have just a moment, please. So I hope we know already the definition of CRM, right? So CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. It's a software that stores customer contact information like names, address, and phone number, as well as the keep track of customer activity like website visit, everything in the other. Okay. So these are different types of additions we have here. Okay, I'll skip it. You know all these things, right? This is sales life cycle, everything and all. Okay. So before starting this PPT, the presentation, let me make you understand what is CRM once again. Okay. So as of now, you might have used different kind of products, like the products might be related to the mobiles and the cars. Okay. Like laptops, any gadgets, anything, bikes, right? Kind of anything, furniture. Anything comes under the product term. So you might have in our everyday life, you require all these things. Might be cars and bikes are not necessary for it and all, but so we are into the IT industry, so you require to have mobiles, laptops, furnitures, and everything under. For traveling purpose, you might have cars and bikes. Anything that doesn't matter here. I'll take it as an option for it. Okay. Anyway, but if you take something like any product over there in the mobile, any product over there in the car, laptop, bikes, furniture, you'll have a passion for it. If you take something like a mobile here, just a moment, please. Right. If you take a product called mobile in mobile, okay, if you take a product called iPhone, I think we have already discussed anyway, no problem. Let me, some of the people might be missing. iPhone 15, I'm sorry, 16 Pro, that's the latest mobile in India, right? You know the cost of it, you know the specifications, you know the features. And if you come to the car and all, okay, so you'll have your own dream cars, everything and all. Right? Let's say something like I'll go with my car called Hyundai Creta. Okay, spelling wrong. So that's a latest more. Even if I want in the in the market, I'll go for it. And if you go for a laptop bundle, let's go with something like a Dell, Inspiron, or anything, Inspiron, anything and all. studio, anything. Okay, that's a late. I'll check for Dell Inspiron latest under 9/7 processor. If you are gaming gamer and all, you'll go for other specifications and feature everything and those. Yes. Okay. If you go for bike and all, okay. So let's say something like a Royal Enfield, or else KTM. Any bike, you can choose it for it. Or else Pulsar. Okay. Furniture, any kind of your queen size bed or recliners. Let me go with the recliners. Anything. So each and every product, you know it very well. You'll go nowadays in your mobile itself, everything you have it here. But here, leave the current days, okay? Leave the current days and current year, everything and but at those days, I mean, if you're the kid of something like a 1990 something and like if you ask your friends or family of your seniors in your family or friends and everything and at those days, we don't have that much of technology here. Am I clear? So, but anyway, let me discuss first currently here. How do you know about this? The latest products over there in the automobile, mobiles, laptops, bikes, furnitures, anything under everything under. Even I'll add one more. Televisions, kind of a Sony, especially if I go with the brand called Sony. How do you know about all these things? Through the kind of an advertisements. Through the advertisements. Am I right? So different modes of advertisement, different modes of advertisement, kind of hoardings, right? Newspaper ads. Nowadays, very rarely we see newspaper ads and newspaper and all. Okay. Social media ads like Facebook, Instagram, whatever. So through these kind of different modes of advertisements, you came to know about this latest product launches, releases, dates, everything under. Fantastic. Okay, good. So through that only we came to know about the latest product called iPhone 16 Pro, which is very famous regarding the 26th and 27th of Amazon Flipkart big billion day something under. Am I right? It's true that actually. So you gone through I have seen the review of Google also. Okay. Right. The review of most in the 26, 27 is something like iPhone 16 Pro only. So that was okay, especially only in India, not on the world. Okay. So that was the latest publications. Okay, that's fantastic. So we might have gone through all the kind of specifications and features and budget of iPhone 16 Pro and all. Am I clear? Okay, that's fantastic. So if the budget matches, if you like to have the same specifications and the features and all, yes. Again, we'll go to the retail shop or okay, retail offline shop, or else we'll go with online shop. Online shops, we'll call it as what? I've told you already. What do you call it? That online shops, what do you call it? We'll call it as e-commerce applications. Remember always. Why? Because those Amazon and Flipkart and all will come under the concept called e-commerce and all actually. Anyway, we'll leave that. right? So we'll go to the Amazon, we'll go to the Flipkart, we'll check it out. What are the like offers, credit card offers, bank offers, everything and all. Right? Likewise, it's applicable to everything. Whatever you need it, you'll go there. You check for the reviews, everything and all. As per the budget, as per the specifications, as per the features, everything and all. You buy it and go with them. Right? That's fantastic. Again, once after purchasing any product, if kind of deficiency you find in your product and all, again, we'll go to the respective online shop or offline shop. No, we'll go to the respective company service center. So what do you call all these things? So this different modes of advertisement, we'll call as a what? We'll call it as marketing. Remember all this. Through the marketing of the company only, we came to know about the new products, everything and all. And wherever or whenever you want to purchase a product, can you do it through the hoardings? No, you can't. So we should go to the offline. Right? We should go to the offline shop or online shop. So that will call it as the sales. And if you're facing any kind of an issues with the product and all, we'll go to the respective service center of it. So that's we'll call it as service. Very clear. So marketing for customers, sales for customers, services customers. So to maintain the marketing data, to maintain the sales data, to maintain the service data, with respect to whom? With respect to the customers. Kind of customer details. How many people purchase the iPhone 16 Pro? How many people reach the service center? What is the deadline of providing the service and all? Through this hoardings, how many people purchase the mobile? Through this mode of advertisement, how many people purchased it? All this data to be maintained. So that is comes under the part of customer relationship management. Are we clear? So that's what. So basically, do you think this is something like a software? It is not. Basically, it is CRM. Everyone will tell you something like it is software. It is not. It is basically a concept in business. So to achieve this concept, we require a software. Do you really think that Salesforce is the only one providing the CRM software to the customers? No, it is not. Microsoft having its own CRM, that is dynamic CRM. SAP having its own CRM, that is SAP CRM. Oracle having its own CRM, that is Siebel CRM. Zoho is a company, okay? They have their own CRM, that is Zoho CRM software. And why Salesforce became very popular, that you're going to understand here. Why? Because practically you know it, how the how the default or standard functionality of the CRM being, which is generated or given by the Salesforce here. So this much of implementation, this much of software, it is not given any kind of a company related to the CRM software implementation. So that's why Salesforce became very popular for the CRM software and all. This is what the fact. See, for example, let us say something like, I'm a customer. I'm a customer. I want to have the CRM kind of marketing, sales, and service, all the things together. Okay. So by default, if you go for any kind of other software, other platform and all, I need to start from the scratch level to the 100%. Please, can I have your concentration, please, everyone, please. Okay, but in Salesforce, let us say at least a 30%, it's already predefined. Okay, the 30% of the functionality of the marketing, sales, and service, it's been already okay. So 30% of the functionality of the application for the marketing and say sales and service, right? It's already been implemented. So remaining 70%, we are going to customize. What do you call it? This is called customization. Okay, as per the business criteria, as per the client requirement, this is about our work. So which is feasible here? The timeline for implementing the scratch to the 100%. So which is feasible? Implementing from 30% to 100% easier, or else from the scratch to the 100%. So which is feasible for the administrator and developer? Okay, so that's what, as an administrator, as a Salesforce administrator, as a Salesforce developer, they should be proud of it actually. Right? So that's we are going to understand. What is for that only, as an administrator developer, we need to check what is the default functionality of marketing, sales, and service of it here. So we need to check here. Okay. So for that, we have a beautiful presentation here that you need not to worry. But practically, we'll implement all these things. Theoretically, I don't want to go for it. Fine. Oh, again, so fine. Before that, again, before going to that here. So we have 3 departments, right? Marketing and sales and service here. Fine. So before going to that actually, so we need to understand the basic vocabulary here. So basic vocabulary. So in this basic vocabulary here, sorry for the spelling mistakes. So in this basic vocabulary here, this different modes of advertisement, right? This different modes of advertisements. This different modes of advertisement. In Salesforce, we'll call it as what? Campaign. Campaign, which means the different modes of advertisements. Okay, so through that campaign only, you're going to launch your product. Kind of hoardings, if you go to the airport, you can find out a number of hoardings, even on the way to airports, anywhere. Newspapers, YouTube ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads. Through that only, you came to know about different. I mean, this product is going to be released, the new product, something, not the old products. Am I clear? So that is what in Salesforce we will call it as a campaign here. Through that only, you are going to release your product into the market. So that's what here the PPT here. Okay, so leave this campaign is something like a standardized software term that you'll understand. So types of campaign, TV advertisement, banner during the matches and the cricket matches, hockey matches, and all, used to came to know they are going to provide different kind of advertisements, right? So YouTube ads, Google ads, email, phone, everything under I give it. Okay, so these are the examples I have given here. But anyway. Okay. So all this campaign will come under the part of marketing applications. So first, let's go to the app launcher. So there you can see the marketing application where it is. Yeah, marketing CRM sales classic. Okay, so campaigns. If you want, we can go as per here. So TV advertisements. Okay, so let's go with this campaign name or banner ads, anything as per it. Okay, so let's go with television ads. So is it a new, active campaign? Yes, it is. So what type of campaign? What type of campaign it is? Is it a conference? There is a list of values here. Okay, conference, webinar, trade show, public relations, partners, referral program, advertisements, banner ads, direct mail, email, telemarketing. I'll go with advertisement here. What is the status of this campaign? Have you planned it? In progress, completed, about it? Yes, it's planned. So do you think that this campaign, this television ad is something like for 1 year, 2 years, at least 3 years, 5 years? No, it's a limited period only. Kind of 1 month, 10 days, 20 during the peak hours of the business. So for that, it is asking the campaign. You want to register it. So for how many days? What is the starting date? Let us say something like I'm going to start by Saturday. I'm going to end up on the next 12th itself. 1 week. I'm going with that. It's up to you. So what is the expected revenue in the campaign? I have mentioned here. Investment. Okay, this is investment amount. Did I mention the expected amount? 1 second, just a minute. Okay, it is not. Fine, anyway. So I'm going to invest the budget. Kind of 10 lakhs. How many zeros? Okay. Okay, so 10 lakhs. So expected revenue in the campaign. So if I invest something like a 10 lakhs for this television ads here, how much revenue I'm going to? That's what marketing managers will do. Okay, so 10 lakhs, from 10 lakhs, I'm going, if I expect something, if I invest 10 lakhs in this television ads, how much amount I'm going to expect the revenue from this campaign? Okay, kind of 5% of it. Okay, let's say something like, let's go with something like a 15 lakhs. Okay, fine. Something. Okay, I think 1 0 is extra. I don't know, whatever it is. Right. 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs. Fine. And you have invested something like a 10 lakhs here. What is the actual cost of it on this? So television ads kind of reviews based upon it actually. If, for example, during the matches, everything and all, right? The stadiums, everything and all. Okay. So what is the actual cost of it? Okay, let's go with something like kind of 9 lakhs. I'll go with. Less than of it. Sorry. Right? How much how much expectation response is here? So here the response is good, bad, something we have given here. So it is good. Okay, let's go with something like a 10% of it. Okay, so don't expect much here. Numbers sent in the campaign means how many people are working on this campaign. On this campaign television ad during the matches and the cricket matches and all, how many people, right? So let us say something like 10 people for it. Parent campaign, again, it is going to be a lookup here, self lookup that is. Okay. So what is this means? If you have any existing campaign related to the same television ad for the same product here, you can select it. As of now, we don't have it. This is the first market. This is the first campaign we are just creating. If I hit on save here, so by default, it will lodge it on the related here. Just click on the details. So you'll have two columns here. You'll have two columns here. Right? In the first column, whatever the values we have entered in the new, right? You can find it out here. But unfortunately, what about the right column here? Remember also. So based upon the, right? So based upon the campaign, how many leads, how many contacts, how many responses, how many opportunities, right? These are very important here, very important point. We have to understand from this campaign how many leads are generated, how many opportunities we have received, right? How many contacts we have received from this. This is very important. So that is what our point here. If I provide a advertisement called hoardings, on watching or viewing this hoardings advertisement, how many people have received from this? If I provide the YouTube ads here, how many people came to know, but how many people been viewed this advertisement? So this is very important for the marketing only. Right? So that is what marketing here. Kind of a database or collecting the database and the kind of contacting information and all, or customer information, everything. At the same time, how much budget you have invested, how much response I got it. Why? Because for the next campaign and all, you need to have all the details, everything and all, right? If you're not getting something like a zero response on the hoardings at that particular location and all, then what is the use of these hoardings? Right? So for that only, we have Salesforce has given an SO object. So far in the configuration, we dealt with the custom SO object, right? But now we are going to see the standard SO objects. What do you mean by standard SO object? Which are provided and pre-defined by the Salesforce itself. That's you need to understand clearly. Okay. Likewise, can we create one more? Yes, you can create multiple. Okay, I'm just going with only one for time being. Right? You can go with multiple things, multiple. Okay, let me go with one more. Okay. As per this, banner ads. Let me go with the banner ads. Okay, so let me go with the banner ads. Banner or the hoarding. Hoarding at airports. Okay, so this is a campaign I'm doing. Active, I'll go with the banner ads here. That's a relevant type of it. It's planned here. And the starting is going to be 5th. And okay, I'm going with 14 days for campaign here. The budget I'm going to allocate something like, I'll just go with a small medium budget under. Okay, so expected revenue, I'm going with 20. Okay, and actual cost of it, just 1 rupee less than that. So I'm going to get the response of 15%. So kind of hoardings will have kind of a repairs and maintenance to be done, right? So let us say something like 10 people is working on it. And if you just click on this one, okay, if you just go with this, again, you'll get the same thing here. Okay, so are we have any kind of a parent campaign related to the hoardings? We don't have it. Let's save it. Again, you can find out the same details here. Clear? Right? So far, how many campus we created? We created 2. So after that, so I will give you a note here. Okay, let me go with the note. I'll give you a note. So generally, because of campaign, what happened? Campaign generates leads. Generate leads. Then what do you mean by lead? Who is lead? Do you think that if you buy a product, you're not going to be lead? So for example, I went to different eye stations or offline, online under. I went to Amazon. I've seen it, 16 Pro specifications, everything under. Do you think that if I go for review, do you think you have purchased it? No, it is not. Okay, let us say for understanding purpose. Okay, I want to buy a bike or a car. Okay, I want to go for buying a car here. So let us say something like I want to purchase something like a Mahindra Thar, the latest 5 doors one, 4-wheeler one. It's a cost of 25 lakhs, I hope. So I visited Mahindra stores. I inquired about that. Do you think that if I go for inquiry, do you really think that you're going to buy it? No, it is not. Again, I visited something like a Volkswagen. So I inquired about that. Kind of, I'm just collecting the information, and finally I'll decide it as per my budget level, as per the specifications, the features, everything. Based upon that only, I'll finalize. Am I clear? So finally, I decided that okay, so Ford Endure is the one which is feasible for me, kind of specifications as per budget, everything under. So I'll go for them. So in the prospect of Mahindra, in the prospect of Volkswagen, right? Do you think I'm the customer? No, I'm not. I'm the lead for them. So what do you mean by lead? What do you mean by lead? Right? Lead is the person, right? Came to know about the information as per the interest. So that's what. Am I clear? So that's what. Whether you buy or not doesn't matter. So this lead of 2 types. Lead of B2C and lead of B2B. Lead of B2C or lead of B2B. So B2C means business to the customer. And B2B means business to the business. What's the difference? What's the difference? I'll give you an example. Okay, this is my pattern here again. How many people know about this Reliance? If you go to Reliance, not iSmart something, or generally Reliance, or more, or DMart. I think DMart, very well known example for India. Okay. You know it very well, okay, right? Right? So if you go to all these places, kind of, if you go to West Side, any kind of anything, okay, West Side, or Max, you go somewhere, okay. right? So there, do you think Westside is manufacturing all the clothes, the t-shirts, jeans, tops, everything under? Do you think that? No, it is not. The shoes, chappals over there. Do you think that Westside is manufacturing? No, it is not. I'll give a simple example if I don't want to go for it actually. Right? If you go for D-Mart something or more or any kind of Reliance Center, do you really think that the Reliance, D-Mart, the more is manufacturing all the products of it? It is not. It is a retail store where a customer can purchase multiple products. Am I clear? You'll have different racks over there, kind of related to food, groceries, kind of home and kitchenware, something under, right? You can have something like a soft drinks over there. They are maintaining everything here. So that is what we'll call it as B2B, business to business. Then what is B2C here? Business to customer here. So business to customer is something like here. You'll find out the offline stores, right? Right. In your areas, you can find out Reebok stores, Woodland stores, Levi's.
योजना राबवण्यात मुंबई भुईमूग सोयाबीन सूर्यफूल तिळाच्या लागवड आणि उत्पादनात वाढीचं उद्दिष्ट.
I'm sorry. Right? So basically here, you can find out Woodland showroom outlet. It is only meant for Woodland only. Do you think can you find out Reebok shoes or Nike shoes or Adidas shoes over there? No, it is not. So a particular and a specific outlet is meant for only that only. Am I clear? So that's what. So that is B2C and B2B here. So lead might be a single person or else a company or organization or else a competitor. See, for example, if I want to buy iPhone 16 Pro, right, I can buy only 1 or 2 max. So I'm a single person lead. If you go for KFC something and all, KFC outlets or McDonald's, everything and all, you can buy every, I mean, in any region, okay, in any location. If you find something like KFC of 5 branches, all the KFCs will have a unique style only. They'll maintain only unique. Okay, if you purchase something like a Sony television, they'll go for all the stores should be having only one product, Sony only. If 5 KFC units in your region, so at least per store 3 televisions are required. So 5 into 3, so 15 television. Then KFC is a lead for the Sony. So that one will call it as company or organization. What do you mean by competitor? Let us say something like, you know, you might have heard about the company called Dell. At the same time, Dell is related to the laptop manufacturing unit, kind of laptop or desktop, everything under. At the same time, Dell is a software company too. If you go to Dell, do you think all the employees of Dell, they'll be using only the Dell laptops or something under? No, it is not. Okay. Why? Because if you go there, you can find out MacBooks maximum. MacBooks Apple, and Lenovo, HP, and all. Even though Dell is a competitor, right? He can purchase the same only Dell and all for the employees and all, but that's up to them. So they're having a MacBook, they're carrying a Mac, and Lenovo, HP they are using for it. So those we'll call it as competitors and all. So the single persons comes under the part of B2C in Salesforce here, and other things will come under the part of B2B only here. So okay, okay, let me remove this and give the one statement, okay? Showing interest on the product. Let me put it like this, okay? Simple manner. Dot. So generally, how you get the leads? Through the campaign only, we'll get the leads. Through hoardings, you may get the single person or a company or a competitor also. So campaign generate leads, very important. So let me create a lead. Let us say I'm not going with a single lead here. I'll go with a multi-lead, sorry, company lead. Okay, so let me go with something like a miss. Okay, so Stella Joseph. Okay, I'll go right down like this. Okay, so let's go with something like KFC Private Limited. Okay, so title means the position of Stella Joseph in KFC Private Limited. Let's say something like a product manager. Okay, so product relation. Okay, leads to the phone inquiry. You can get it. What type of industry this KFC Private Limited? You can find out everything, but here you can find out food and beverage. What is the annual revenue of KFC Private Limited? More, right? Millions something. Okay, I don't know exact actually. I'll go with millions. So if you have the contact number of the Stella Joseph, you can enter it here. I'm just going with some dummy data. If you write the validation also, you can do that. Okay. So website www.kfc.com. Okay. Stella at kfc.com. Okay, this is very important. So lead status. On the whole, this lead depends on the status called lead status here. Here we have four options here. Open contacted. So what is the meaning of open contacted? Open contacted means, for example, this lead, okay, for the marketing of the Sony television, okay. I'm going with the product called Sony television. So Sony, through the YouTube ad, through the hoardings and all, they're going to launch the Sony Ultra LED television through the hoardings. Let us say hoardings. So through the hoardings, we got a lead called KFC Private Limited. Let's say on the way to the airport of Rajiv Gandhi Airport. So Stella observed that, okay, so anyway, we require to have the televisions for the region of some kind of any region, okay. Let's say something like a Madhapur in the Hyderabad and all. Right? So when they contacted, but unfortunately, they have received the Stella information. Still, the Sony has not reached the Stella. So this is going to be the status, initial status called open not contacted. Perfect. Now we have the another one called working contacted. What is working contacted here? The working contacted means the Sony company team, okay, they have contacted Stella from this KFC Private Limited Still, they have contacted. They keep on. Generally, we used to, once after contacting, we used to get the SMS, email alerts, and everything. And still, we receive the response from the client, from the lead. So that is what the status called working contact. The second stage of the lead here, working contact. The third one is called. Okay, so fine. So once the company been communicating with the Stella from the KFC Private Limited, two things will happen. One, either Stella will proceed, will like to go for the other process of the purchasing unit of bulk amount of television, Sony televisions, or else if she doesn't like about the features or specifications and approach and all, they don't want to go for it. Okay, so move back, move out from the business. Only two things: proceed or move out. So here again, you have the third one called close converted. Close converted means, okay, right, Stella wants to proceed. Okay, she understood, she likes the specifications and everything and all. She would like to go for the next level and all. So that is what she want to go for it. So that status will call it as closed converted here. No, I don't like it. So then I don't want to move for the next level and all. Then it is going to be closed, not converted. These are 3-4 values are very important in the lead state. It's very important in very important in the entire Salesforce CRM here. What are the lead status by default values in the lead here? Am I clear? Right, and save it. Now you can see all the details of the Stella Joseph here, all the lead information. Okay, so this is something like the progressive bar here. Open, contacted, everything here. Or we'll call it as Kanban view. What do you call? Kanban view. C-A-N-B-A-N. Kanban. Kanban view is something like a progress bar. Kind of a shorthand. Okay, so if you want, you can check it out here. If I click on working contacted, here it is lead status, right? Lead status open not contacted. If I update this mark as current value, see, where is it? Oh my God, working contacted updated. This is going to be, if it is something like a close not converted, again it is going to be close not converted here. Anyway, let it be there in the first process itself. Open not contacted. Okay, so my question is, through which campaign we got this? There are two campaigns here. Hoardings at airport and television ads. Through which campaign we got this? We got this lead called Stella Joseph from KFC Private Limited. How do we know that? Okay, so let's go to the hoarding at airport and let's go to the details. In leads campaign is 0000 only. Even if you go to the television ads into the details and all, you can find out 000 only. But I would like to know through which campaign we got this, the lead called Stella Joseph. So how are you going to refer this value, or how are you going to link this lead here? How? In multi ways we can do that. One of the way or one of the best is, this is a list view, right? Right? Just check this checkbox, and here you can find out add to campaign. And you'll get whatever the campaigns present in your campaign. So far we have only two, right? One is hoardings at airport and television ads. If I just click on hoardings at airport and the member status is sent here, okay, and submit. Now we successfully added the lead to the campaign. So how do you know that? In the right hand side, you can see the campaign history, hoardings at airport. If you want to add the same campaign to another one also, you can do that. But uncertainty it's not. If you want, you can do that. right? If I go to the campaign, if you go to the hoardings at airport, I can see the updated value in the leads in campaign is 0. Earlier it was 0, right? So one campaign one lead we got through this campaign here. Here you can find out campaign members, only one. Clear? So that's all. So through this campaign, you can check it out. Okay, how many leads we got it here? Perfect. Perfect. Clear? Fine. Now, later. If it is, okay, if the lead is a post, okay, let me give you this. If the lead is a single person, okay, can I have your attention, please? Okay, last 15 more minutes, okay? If the lead is a single person, what information does the Sony, the product we are going to choose it as Sony only. Okay, the product we are going to choose as Sony only. If the lead is a single person, what information does the Sony require? See, for example, if you go to Amazon, if you want to purchase, do you think that okay, take this, okay, directly I'll place the order and I'll know, right? They'll take all your information like your name, your telephone number, your address, your location, your PIN code, your email ID, all the things, right? So likewise, if the lead is a single person, you require to provide the personal information. Personal information. That's it. But if the lead is an organization, or else a company guy, what kind of information does the Sony required? Point number 1, we need to have the personal information of the personal information or to whom need to contact in the company. Second one, do you require the company information? Of course it is, right? You require to have the company information. Company address, how many employees are working, what is the revenue of the company, what kind of company it is, right? All this information required. And again, the third, why? Because this is very important, third one. If the company is going to buy a bulk product like 100 televisions, to go something like Indian Rail, you take anything, KFC, private limited, anything under, they'll purchase something like 50, 100, 200, 300 products together under. But do you think Sony, okay, come and take all the 100 televisions? Okay, no problem. You really think that? No, it is not. There is a process for it. They'll check the first basic thing. They'll check the revenue potential. They'll check the revenue potential of the company. Am I clear? They'll check the revenue potential of the company. But in Salesforce, all these have a specific meaning for it, a specific object meaning here. So that is what the personal information, will call it as contact, or else to whom we need to require the personal information. Again, it is going to be a contact only. Contact information. This company information, will call it as account. And the revenue potential of the company, we'll call it as opportunity. Okay, all this campaign, contact, account, contact, opportunity, all these are the lead, all these are the standardized objects. There are multi more actually, but we are in the starting stage of it actually. You got it? Okay, so why? Because why do you require all this information? I want the individual information of the contact, account, and opportunity. From Sony side, they'll have the individual team members for getting the personal information of the company information, and revenue potential. There are different teams will be working, the different governing body under. I have all this information now, like Mr. Stella Joseph one. I have all the company information, details of Stella Joseph, all the things. Even you can have the address also. Okay. So let's say something like a Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I have all the information. But I want the individual information of the lead here. How? Yes, we have. Okay, now up to this campaign will generate the leads. Up to this becomes in the marketing handle. Now we'll go to the another application called sales here. We have the separate S object for account, contact, opportunity handle. Shall I create one more record for the account? Same, like KFC Private Limited, same. Can I create one more record for contact here? Like Stella Joseph details. So can I create the opportunity for KFC Private from Chennai and all? Can I create? Again, it is not. It is not. This is very important. Very important. Again, this is a new feature in Salesforce. I mean, it's not a new feature. It is an existing feature, but not other than other platforms and all like this. So that is what. If I go to the lead here, individually, if you want this information called Stella Joseph information, contact information, and KFC Private Limited information, and revenue potential information, like kind of annual revenue, number of employees, even I can enter number of employees also. Okay, I can enter 1500, so 15,000. Let's go with that. Rating also I can go with that. Says. I'll go with working contractor also. Okay, go with that. Fine. So I don't want to individually create a new record for account, contact, and opportunity. In Salesforce, we have a feature called convert. This is, we'll call it as lead conversion. We'll call it as lead conversion. If you click on a button called convert, this is very important examination point of view, interview point of view, and real time. So if I click on convert a lead, I'm saying I'm in lead, okay? Only lead will have this feature, not for any other S object in Salesforce. If you want to convert a lead, the lead will be converted into, see, account, contact, and opportunity. You can create a new account, contact, and opportunity, or else you can go with the existing account, existing contact, and existing opportunity. So let us go with a new account itself, new contact itself, and new opportunity. I don't want to type for external. Okay, let me change the opportunity to the KFC Private Limited Chennai only. Okay, so close converted. By default, the converter state is close convert only when you convert. So remember always, lead will be automatically converted to what? Account, contact, and opportunity. And just click on convert. So your lead has been converted successfully to the account, contact, and opportunity. You can see the details of it. KFC Private Limited, is the company rules, contact the Stella Joseph one and the opportunity for the Chennai opportunity of the KFC and content. And if you go to the leads, oh, where is the lead called KFC Private Limited? So don't worry. If you convert a lead, it is no more a lead. You can't find those leads under. So if you go to the sales application, to go to the opportunity, there you can find out KFC Private Limited, Chennai here. You can find out all these things. KFC Private Chennai, the account related is KFC Private Limited. Okay. So close date, prospecting, primary campaign is hoardings at airport and all. Okay, fine. If you go to the account, what is account? Account is a company information. You can find out KFC Private Limited. There you can find out a company information. KFC.com, 15,000 employees, food and beverage, 1 million, building address, everything under. And what about contacts? So Stella Joseph information. You can find out everything. Clear? So let me write down this point. This is very important. So let me put a note for it. So lead conversion, that is lead conversion. So lead will automatically converted into account, contact, and opportunity. So this is what our life cycle of the sales and marketing and all. Let me show it. Still we have 2 more, but anyway, let me show it here. Okay, so campaign generate leads. Leads will be converted automatically into the opportunity, account, and contact. Still we have this product and price book and quote and all. So tomorrow we'll complete it actually. We'll continue that. Okay. So if you have this document with you, you can go through it. Here they have maybe have clearly mentioned everything and all here. Okay. So here they have come and we have given something like a ties related something and all have gone with the product call. So any product, it is applicable to any product you're using. So lead conversion. So leads be converted into account, contact, and opportunity for it. Very important. So what is account? You can see it. What is contact? What is opportunity? With different examples being given here. So tomorrow we'll talk about this product and price book and quotation.
माझ्यापर्यंत गोष्टी लक्षात आल्या बघायचंय आणि कसं बोलायचं जेव्हा हे नाही विचार करूनच बोलतीये हो.
Who is this Pranav Kishora? Fine. Anyway, so I'll stop here. So tomorrow we'll work on this product and price book and quotation. So these are the standard functionality, standard applications of Salesforce. Kind of a SaaS in Salesforce. In the beginning, we learn it, right? So this is what here. Okay, so I'll stop here. So, okay, so any more questions, please let me know. Chandana. So do we have Chandana here in the meeting?
Yeah, yes, Rajesh.
Yes, Chandana, over to you. Go on. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And let me know, just a minute. Let me know let me check any questions in the chat. Can we do something so that even doesn't?
Okay. I don't see any technical questions here.
Yeah, it's related to only the attendance only.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Abbas, you have one question, right? So yeah, you can post in the chat box.
Yes, Abbas. Okay, so this question from Nallapu Karthik here. See, basic is lead is showing interest on the product. He is not the owner. Am I clear? So that's what, again, lead might be a owner also. He might be an organization, he might be a competitor. Am I clear? See, if I'm the owner of KFC, So I would like to introduce, there are 15 outlets over there in Chennai or Hyderabad, anywhere in the Mumbai. I want to see for displaying my products, KFC products and all in the television. I would like to have a television, right? So for that, on the way of my airport or somewhere and all, I have seen, okay, there is a Sony and all. So lead might be a single person. He might be a owner for the organization, anything actually. Got it, Karthik? So today is day 8 or day 10. I don't know. You go with that actually, Mr. Avesh Kadiri. So send me PDF. I have already shared with the management team. Go through that. So how can you use multiple conditional formulas by using if conditions or you can go. If you want to go with conditional formulas and all, you can go with if conditions. If you know how to use the if condition, you can do that. What is the exact role of marketing CRM application? That's what campaigns. And through that campaign, how many leads are generated? That is what marketing. 90% of the marketing application only that on. So between the client and the customer, are we managing? Here, we should not use the word per client and all. Leads and campaign. That's it. Client and customer is entire CRM itself. Mathaj. Got it? Okay, thank you, Karthik. Okay, fine. Okay, someone is having some question. There is a screenshot. What is an issue, Bharat Kumar? And the pick list 3 here. Right click on select it. That's it. What is an issue there? I'm sorry, press control button, select it and include the values and check it out and save it and check it out. Any more questions? Please let me know. I hope that's it. All right, Chandana. Okay, so this is when is the last date for this section? I don't know, contact actually. So Chandana, okay, is it 2 hour session or per day or 1 hour session? Let me know for before everyone.
Yeah, this is 2 hours. 2
hours
hours
only.
session, no?
Yeah,
7 to 9.
yeah, that's good. That's good. Very good. So that's what you got the answer, right, everyone? Okay.
So, okay, Rajesh, I'll take that.
Okay. Thank you, Chandana. Over to you.
Questions. Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll meet by tomorrow. I think we do have session tomorrow.
No. Tomorrow, week off, no? So tomorrow we don't
Yeah.
have session. Again, we
Fine.
have session on Monday.
Fine. So, okay, we'll meet by Monday. So go through all the concepts, go through all the LMS, everything and all. Let's meet by Monday and let's start the administration and part of the CRM also. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Chandana.
Yeah, thank you, Rajesh. So, students, I'm sharing the attendance link again. If you missed out your attendance, please mark, okay? And somebody is asking that today is 9th day, no ma'am, why you're mentioning 8th day? Yeah, because unfortunately yesterday we cancelled session. So that's why we are considering this session as a day 8. Okay. No classes on Sunday and Saturdays. Yes, correct. Arshi, no, yesterday we didn't conducted any session. Ma'am, we have any examination? So last day means day 15, we are going to conduct a assessment. So that to MCQ type. Sessions schedule will extended. Yeah, 1 day it got extended. We will upload that notes. This is the class 8, ma'am. Yes, Vandana. This is the day 8. What is the certification name? So this is a Salesforce developer, right? So we'll receive certificate Salesforce developer. How many questions in the examination? So we are giving 50 questions. Okay. Exam date will be 15th, I think. Yeah, 15th. 15th October is the last date. Certificate will come to our Gmail. You will receive to your email IDs. An objective or theory. So, and then we are conducting assessment in MCQ type, question and answers. Okay. You have to choose that options. How many marks? It is 50 marks. Samir, I didn't get your question. Can you please post that one again? Is the compulsory to pass? No, Avish. We are conducting that exam for your practice purpose. It's not mandatory. If you attend means it is good to you also, no? Ma'am, any assignment is there? So, Prashuna, last day we are going to conduct assessment. Okay, we are not providing any assignments for this. Is there any criteria for certification apart from attendance? No, only attendance. So you required 60% attendance for the certificate. That's it. Examination is not effective certificate. No, it won't affect. Yeah, we will share that notes. Okay. In how much time we will give ma'am to complete the exam? So day 15 we have a 1 hour lecture and 1 hour assessment. So in that 30 to 40 minutes we are going to provide. So in between that you have to complete your exam. Okay, further I'll let you know, Prashuna, you don't worry about that. Can we write at any time? No, it's not possible. On 15th, I will share the Google form. So there you have to write. Question. Yeah, during the session, you have to write. Yes, in the session, I will share and I'll be there in the session also. Okay, I'll guide you through that. Okay, guys, I hope I cleared your queries. So, yeah, again, yeah, Samir, please ask your question. I'm waiting here. I want to know my attendance percentage. You will get to know, right? Like how many days you marked your attendance. So based on that, you have to calculate. Okay, fine. Exam timings will be same as the session. Yes, correct. Crazy. Movies. Yeah. So yes, it is compulsory to write the exam. It's not, but if you write, it's better, no? So Janani Shivakumar, yes, we'll share the notes in LMS. You will get there. Okay. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll meet on Monday again. Okay. Yeah. Up to then, take care. Bye bye. Happy weekend.